I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome, and then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star, Polaris, up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a portal, a pineal gland portal to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the Garden of Creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and all the secrets be unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome, just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. The road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. We just have to gaze upon the wonder. And on a closing note, let me get a little jiggle, a little dance in here. Woo! I really think that this is an unbelievably enchanted, magical, beautiful realm that is so beyond words, so beyond language, that I think it's our hubris to think that we can use language to try to articulate and extrapolate the actual beautiful wonder of this great mysterium tremendum that we're afoot in, and that every breath we take and every person we meet, every experience we have is in this Garden of Eden. This is heaven on earth. And there's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ. And that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanted. This true, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation. And I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome. And then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star, Polaris up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a portal, a pineal gland portal to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the Garden of Creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and all the secrets being unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome. Just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. The road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. We just have to gaze upon the wonder. And on a closing note, let me get a little jiggle, a little dance in here. Woo! I really think that this is an unbelievably enchanted, magical, beautiful realm that is so beyond words, so beyond language, that I think it's our hubris to think that we can use language to try to articulate and extrapolate the actual beautiful wonder of this great mysterium tremendum that we're afoot in, and that every breath we take and every person we meet, every experience we have is in this Garden of Eden. This is heaven on earth. There's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ, and that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanted. This true, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation. I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome. And then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star, Polaris up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a portal, a pineal gland portal to to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the Garden of Creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and all the secrets be unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here, a new internet to the studio behind Nathan's place in Atlanta, and it's starting to get hot Atlanta. So we can't always be on the porch because skeeters, it's humid, and so we have an air-conditioned studio behind Nathan's. Shout out Commercial Sound and Video.
Shout out to Nathan for making the hookup possible.
Yeah, we were getting pretty bad reception back here, so hopefully we don't have a lot of stalling out, and maybe somebody give me a 5x5. Let me know you can hear me in the chat.
I'm just gonna do the robot.
Shout out to Cammie and Zach and Liz and Jana and Angela and
Karen B
and Ted. Good Hand, Good BBQ.
Zach.
Yeah. Zach's hooking us up. It was I think it was some of Bob's old monitors, but we got a bigger monitor to do some editing on, which we needed a bigger monitor badly. And so we got something bigger because I can't see with, well, I'm not blind, but I can't do proper editing with the bivocals and that sort of thing. So, yeah. So rebuilding the studio 101. We were originally tonight supposed to have Josh and Walt from Iron Realm on, and let's see, you guys are here. Oh, good. Okay, great. Thanks, Mojo. And Rico ate some scampi last night, and apparently his tummy is no good, and he wanted to be here for that interview. So we're gonna push those guys back, maybe next week. We need to check the schedule and see, who we have lined up. But the schedule is gonna start getting filled up pretty quickly with the people that we're gonna have at Flatlanta. And we're going to talk a little bit about sort of a format that I've been sort of playing around in my head with, and Nico and I talked about it on the way up to Greenville last night. Insofar as we have the proper stage schedule. When I say proper, I mean it's a scheduled stage. It's a schedule. We have the music, and we have some presenters, and then how do we incorporate the streamers? And this is still kind of a work in progress, but we started talking about what would be fun, what would be an interesting thing. The working model right now is, the jalapeno hot seat, or it's basically just like a table.
You're welcome.
That's yeah.
Okay, so here's the concept. So if we're gonna have streamers streaming, I stream, you stream, we all stream for Mark Sargent stream. I figured there should have to be one table that is moderated by a delegated streamer. And so people can kind of, take turns at this sort of moderator seat. but then it'll give everybody a chance to kind of come up and kind of like you're going backstage to come up on a panel, but you're coming upstage and being there live on the panel. So we're gonna call that the jalapeno hot seat from Tinfoil Sombrero.
As a just kind of,
And you're gonna have to wear it might be a green sombrero, it might be a red one, but you're gonna have to wear a sombrero, and I will find a sombrero because the sombrero that
because
I
we're
used to
hosting it.
wear.
Yes, Temporal Sombrero.
Hold on, this is important. The sombrero that I used to wear, that was gifted to me from one of the dudes at the music camp when we went to assess all of the damage and found out that all of Nathan's gear was stolen and everything that we had unloaded like a couple days before, his dirt bike and all of that. So I decided that that sombrero was mine, and the guy gave it to me. And he was like, "Well, you can have that." And I was like, "Why, thank you." Well, some lucky thief in Louisville is riding around in a U-Haul with that sombrero. So
Likely the sombrero ended up in some tin shed somewhere or in a garbage can, which is even more sad.
I hope it ended up in a Siesta or a Playa or, I don't know, a Fiesta. I'm not sure, but that was a good quality sombrero. And I'm actually really bummed that I don't have that sombrero so that I can it was a kid-size sombrero because my head's kind of small.
It worked.
It worked.
So we're gonna have like a table of like I would say however long you can actually pull a stream off for one day at least, if that's Saturday and probably some of that Sunday too, but like an ongoing stream with maybe somebody that's hosting it. We've got a few people in mind, and then just sort of a cycling out of seats of different streamers that are going to show up. Like I said, I announced last week that we're going to open up a block of like 15 to 20 lanyards of streamers that are doing content and doing really good content. So we're going through the process of like who's done some good work, and we're trying to keep it balanced. Like even if there's some people that some of us don't endorse, but they're doing good work, but maybe it's not something we believe in or whatever. I'm trying to do a balance in that whole thing, and they're I'm finding out that there's more I need to learn about a lot of people that have been doing this for a long time, and make sure it's the right thing for it. But I do want to make it fair. I want to keep it where we have people from all different positions that kind of fit into the whole FE universe. And 15 to 20 streamers, and hopefully all of them get through the hot seat in one day, maybe in 2 days. But also those same people, we're going to give them some banner space, and we'll have some tables. It's not going to be a booth thing per se, but you'll have some banner space and some tables. If you want to put some tchotchkes down, you want to sell them, or if you want to give them away, there's a couple ways we can handle that. And obviously, anyone that's coming there that's a streamer that's in that block, you're also welcome to stream as much as you want from the event. And I'll announce again, it's just email us, alexander.lowry@gmail.com. And we'll go through the process of your submission. It's not going to be a super formal submission, but we're going to look at your YouTube channel and be like, what have you been doing? Because I'm finding out that there's some people that I didn't even know existed that are doing great work. And, I'm also learning that there might be some people out there that have done some things in the past that maybe it's not such a good idea to have them. And you go through this process and you kind of figure out what's going to be the best combination of the best people, where it doesn't turn into a shit show with a bunch of people fighting with each other and that sort of thing. I'd like to keep this civil. So
I, on the other hand, really encourage fighting.
She doesn't mean that.
Especially in groups. I want picket signs. I want protests.
A little spirited conversation can't hurt anything.
Some healthy debate.
So we're working through that. As we go forward through it. Let me get this here real fast. And I kind of went through the whole what we have so far and what we're kind of hoping for, but let me work through this real quick. I'm hoping I don't lose it on here. Can you pull up the invite? It's an Eventbrite right now. We're working on the website, but right now there's a ticket portal, and it tells you just go to the.
You want me to post the link?
Actually, check out and see if you can search Flatlanta on Eventbrite in case people don't want to type out that super long fucking web address that's on there.
Well,
So just if you go into Eventbrite, we're going to walk through it right now. And this will eventually just be a hyperlink from the website. But right now, if you're coming in super early, you can go in and you can see what we have lined up so far. And let's see, we'll just walk you. And I also can't share screens. And two of the producers, Andrew and Rico, Rico's sick and Andrew is with family. So I can't even share screen right now because I'm operating from the pad. And we already know what happened to my studio, so I don't have a studio to do this. But if you search on there for just, can you put in just Flatlanta and see if it just pulls up, like in the search?
No.
There's not a search function on an Eventbrite? That's
No,
weird.
I went to the wrong website.
Oh.
That's the creator website.
So if you go there, now if someone just comes in here clean.
I'm going to search events, and I'm going to search Flatlanta. And I'm going to hit enter. And, oh, we got Hotlanta.
Got Hotlanta. We have...
Let's see if...
Jeez Louise. So...
Nope.
There's doesn't even pull up in the search for the event. Which is curious.
All right,
hold on. Sit tight. There is a long... I put the link in the chat, so it's there in the chat. Oh, it says in Tucker, GA.
Yeah, but there's speed dating.
Speed dating?
But this is all for like this week. Like there's tons of events. There's 21 pages of events. So let me see if I can let me see if I can.
Point is, we're gonna have a hyperlink on the website that'll take you straight there, and there's also a link in the chat right now.
Let me see if I can hit October. What the fuck?
Do October 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if Eventbrite tries to
I'm
fuck
just
with
gonna
this.
Google it.
Okay, let's see here.
Let's see if I can toggle it.
And wow, it's curious. All right, so there's a link right now in the chat. It's super long and it's also scrolling, and that'll get you to the ticket portal and tell you who's in there.
No, it doesn't come up. What the
nothing
fuck?
comes up. So like the staff,
weird.
maybe the staff over there is contemplating whether or not they want to be associated with this. And I have heard of this before.
That's discrimination.
All right.
That's discrimination.
Can you log in to the account? Just log into the dashboard so I can see. Yeah.
Oh wait, there's an Atlanta Career Fair that is happening on October 3rd as well.
See what happens here.
Best of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it come up? That's fucked up.
So we're gonna get that sorted out. I'm sure it's gonna get buried, as all these things do on these big sites. But the link is correct, and it'll get you right there. We're basically waiting to hear back from One Big Love, and I've got a couple reach out to them. I want to have some music on Friday night and some music on Saturday night, and I want to have, Mark and DJ are going to do something on Friday evening, like a special Strange World broadcast, and then I'd like to have some music that night. Who knows? We may default to karaoke. It just depends on like how everything shakes out the next week. And then Saturday we're going to have Vlad, Ironwork 92,000, and Marty Leeds as presenters, and then we will have myself, Crumb, and then Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms after that. And we're going to give everybody a lot more time musically because of the weather event that happened last year, so that everybody can get their full set list out. And the music's really super good, so just for the music alone it's worth coming. But we're gonna supplement it with some really good gravy from the community, and kind of roll from there. And then we're going to reschedule Josh and Walt for maybe next weekend or the weekend after, depending on the schedule. That being said, that's kind of what's happening with that. And we've sold some tickets, so that's good news. We're not sitting on zero anymore. And we'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll let you know kind of what's happening there. There have been some groups in Atlanta two different groups that reached out and said they wanted to help. All of them FE people. They initially thought it was just a Friday meetup, so I had to take them through that whole thing. They said, no, it's a 3-day event. And so there's some boots on the ground. Some of the people that reached out to us were like, we've never had an event in Atlanta. We've like, what is this about? And I was like, look, we're just starting this. So like, if you want to help, great. And oh, there it is. That's at least our dashboard came up. So let me make sure. Let me go through this real fast. Where's the let's see, build event page there.
Don't.
Yeah.
Build event. Why?
I just want to see. I want to see
the link.
I want to see just the link. I want to see like all the names and make sure I've gotten through some of the names here. So I've also. I'm not sure who's going to run the jalapeno hot seat, but I kind of feel like Sav ought to be a part of it, and I think NDB should probably be the umpire on it. I'm not sure.
NDB, shout out NDB, my number one fan.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have Mike from Truthers Hour Comedy, and Dr. Law's doing the food, so that'll be included in the ticket. And let's see. Yeah, that's everybody that's at that. So I won't spend too much more time on that until we have like a lot more juicy details. But it's going to be streamer heavy. And, we're hoping like a lot of people streaming from there, hanging out, and just kind of enjoying it. And also we hope that some people will take some time joining other people's streams and kind of get to know each other. People that wouldn't normally have that. And of course, people will probably do their own panels. I mean, hell, if nobody wants to go on other people's streams, but they want to stream 5 hours at the event, fine, do it. So that's kind of where we're at on that. And
basically where we're at is that we literally have no idea what we're doing.
No, zero, nothing.
We have no idea what we're doing, and
that's not true. I've actually,
but it's going to happen. It's going to happen because we're being present and we're manifesting it as we speak. So shout out to Nathan Commercial Sound and Video for actually coordinating the venues, and shout out to NDB for probably your credit card number to make deposits and for being security. And shout out to Lowry for hooking everybody in and, doing the Lowry thing. And just shout out to me for, just being here. I feel like I deserve a little bit of credit for just being here and being a robot.
I don't know who said that in the chat, but it's possible. I gotta get a link out to. So no, the next thing we're going to talk about tonight, we're not going to go super long tonight, just because half the gang got super busy tonight. But I do want to talk about an event that's coming up on the Front Range in Colorado. I need to. If I do this, am I going to lose? If I swipe up, is that going to lose everything?
No, you go up like this.
I just need to get to the text messenger. So that's still going over there?
Yeah.
If I go here, I can still. Here. There we go. Hope I didn't lose you guys too much.
You did it.
I'm gonna get a let's see. I'm gonna get a link over to Fathead, and we're gonna talk about his thing that's coming up in 2 weeks.
Which we're gonna be at.
Yeah, we're gonna take a trip out there. So let's see here.
Okay, so does anybody want to know what is going on in the whole U-Haul saga?
I'm sick of hearing about it.
I really don't care. I really don't care if you don't want to hear, but I just want to vent about this.
Sit over there for a minute.
Okay. I'm going to take the jalapeno seat here. Okay, so U-Haul CEO called us directly. They called us. Joe, the U-Haul CEO, called us. His number is published, but I think I might have mentioned on somewhere else. I reached out to this guy who, his name is Rich, and he runs Fuck You U-Haul. So I was like, you know what? U-Haul's not answering me, blah, blah, blah. So I sent him an email, and Rich sent the whole entire executive team an email, including Joe. So meanwhile, Alex was texting Joe because he tried to call him, and his text message, just like Alex's text message, says, "Please do not leave me a voicemail. Please text me," which was probably from when he was doing like real estate in New York. He just doesn't listen to voicemail. I don't know if anybody listens to voicemail. Anyway, this Joe guy, he calls us back and literally called us back within 5 minutes after Alex sent a text message that was like, "Yo, this is serious." So then this guy sends me an email after we spoke to him. He was kind of empathetic, not really. I mean, there's really no accountability in this situation because, you know, somebody stole the U-Haul truck. U-Haul is not helping, but it's not U-Haul's fault that the truck was stolen and blah, blah, blah. So last night we went to a rodeo, which got stormed out, but we were in the front row of the rodeo last night in somewhere in South Carolina, and it was fantastic. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Cammie. Thank you, Karen and Ted were there. It was so fun. I'm so bummed that it got like completely rained out because I made friends with a lot of the horses, and cowboys are cool. Anyways, so we get back and it's raining, and I'm sitting in the Jeep, and I'm like, I just realized that this U-Haul CEO emailed me back, and he just sent the email to me. He didn't send it to anybody else. He didn't CC anybody. So I was like, what the fuck? So it's this sort of, he was sort of apologetic and everything, but then, and he was, not really gracious, but he told me that he was going to refund me and take away the collection that U-Haul is trying to get from me from when the U-Haul was stolen and I didn't return it and blah, blah, blah. So when I was sending him an email back, I'm sitting in the Jeep, I'm emailing him back, and I'm like, this is great. I'm emailing him. And then all of a sudden my phone froze, completely locked up. And then I had to turn it off. But the email that I sent, I didn't send it. The email got sent. And then it's still a draft in my Gmail as well. So I thought it was just really weird. And I was like, is there somebody like controlling this stuff? By the way, I'm left all by myself right now. So I'm probably just going to completely ramble, and I can't. Yeah, Liz. Hi, Liz. I wish I took an umbrella too, but guess what? Our umbrellas were in the U-Haul and they got stolen. And I had just bought us new umbrellas. Because let me tell you something. New York in the rain, it sucks. Hi, Mojo. I'm just going to shout out to the chat right now because I'm just all by myself right here. So, hi, Rethink. Hi, Cammie. Thanks, Shauna, for my hat. I love this hat. It's so cute. Artes Liberalis. Did I sell it? I don't even know if I said that right. Yo, Mojo. Hi, Rethink. Valley Parks. Hi. Valley, are we going to see you at Jammin on the Plane? Are you going to be there? Because I think you're in Arizona still. When are you coming back to this side of the country? Hi, Musicians for Truth. Tony Coriolis, the legend. Oh, my word. Fathead, did Alex get you your link so that you can come on and join us so that I'm not sitting here by myself rambling like a retard? So, welcome to Nico's Tinfoil Sombrero, everybody. It is Miller time here because we are with Nathan Miller of Commercial Sound and Video, who is making all things possible. And this is just, Nico's Tinfoil Sombrero. Because Rico ate some shrimp scampi, and I hope he's feeling better. Good times for all. I don't know where everybody went. I'm just sitting here by myself. Anyway, Flatlanta is going to be fun. It's kind of going to be like a little flea market for streamers. It's going to be hopefully a little bit of a reprise. Hopefully we can get Karen B to come because Karen B she needs to actually relax at these types of conferences. Get your ass, come here, say hi.
What's up?
You guys are leaving me alone by myself here.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm a robot. Anyway, hi, Billingtano. NDB #1 fan, as always. You're going to see us soon. Oh, wait, here's the other thing that fucking happened. Okay, I don't know if we're being targeted or whatever, but luckily my mom, back in 1980, she decided that it would be a good idea to get me an extra birth certificate in case she wanted to keep it or I lost mine later after I was an adult. Well, I never lost my birth certificate. It got stolen in that U-Haul. So my dad, he priority mailed my birth certificate on Monday last week to this address in Georgia. Guess what happened? It got fucking lost. Somehow it wound up in North Carolina, it wound up in South Carolina, and now it is making its way through the distribution centers and somewhere in Atlanta. I have no idea where my birth certificate is. I cannot get residency. I cannot do anything without a birth certificate. So I'm basically screwed on all levels. I'm just rambling. Can you come help me?
Yeah.
Hi.
I was just looking for the bug spray.
Oh, it's on the front porch.
It's on. Well,
I'll go get it if you come and talk, because I am rambling and just want to I'm gonna
yeah, hold on.
So how is everybody tonight? I mean, like, Atlanta is the weirdest place ever. It's like you get lost around the block. But you know what I did do today? And you know what Atlanta does have? It has a whole bunch of apartment complexes that have pools. And guess what you can do? You can go pool crashing. So that's what I did earlier today. I was like, it is hot, Atlanta, and I am going to go crash a pool. And I just went and sat at this pool in an apartment complex like a half a mile away from here just because I wanted to. And it was actually really, really relaxing. Okay, I'm going to give up the jalapeno seat now. Bye.
Let's see if we got. There he is. There's Josh. So Josh is putting on. This will be the 5th year he's done this. I went to year 1 and 2, and it's a really beautiful location on the Front Range of Colorado. And it's I met Sarah and Griff, formerly of their salsa company, out there in Denver. I met it was Imperio Salsa. Met a bunch of other people out there that were super cool and that were kind of the same mindset that we are. And went to, and I played music at year 1, year 2, and this will be year 5 that's going on now, Jammin on the Plane. And I wanted to bring him on, and just like anybody out there that might be listening, in that region, it's a really, really cool event to come to, not dissimilar to Flatlanta, where you could come out and meet some people that are kind of talking your jive, as it were. And let me just bring him on, and I want him to talk about it. I think he actually got a good internet connection finally out there. Let's see what happens. Josh, you there? You're muted, buddy.
I'm here.
Hi, Josh.
I'm here. The internet was working, and then I walked outside. I was going to show you guys some psych stuff, and then it stopped working so well because the router's inside. But hey, maybe I'll walk out there here in a minute and fucking show you guys some stuff. But yeah, how's it going, guys? What's up?
I'm just hanging in there.
Just being a robot.
Okay. Being a robot. I was trying to save you, Nico, but you wouldn't let me in from the backstage. So
I honestly, I didn't even know you were.
I was right here the whole time.
You were?
He doesn't know how to run it. And
No. You never even popped up.
He's right there.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't there?
The chat. Look at the chat. I'm back. I'm here. Or hi, Nico, is what I think.
I malfunctioned. I malfunctioned.
Well, you're a robot. What do you expect? Oh, I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're battle planning the road plan now, and
let me know if you guys need any help or anything. Please.
Yeah, we're talking
a lot, actually.
We're talking to Tony Coriolis.
We need everybody to actually go on U-Haul and make a comment and say something about the U-Haul thing. That would be the most help ever. Just be like, hey, Joe, U-Haul CEO, suck a dick.
So he said he was going to do all these things, and then he just hasn't, or what? I kind of missed the end of the story because I was trying to get onto the stream.
No, he emailed me back, but he only emailed me, and he his email was really, it was nice. It was very corporate. He said that he was going to refund our original charges, but I still haven't seen that refund. And the email that I sent back to him was literally like, this doesn't do anything. Like, your apology doesn't mean shit. Yeah. Like, I need a contact for Rep West, which Rep West is owned by U-Haul. Rep West is their insurance company. I need to figure out how to do the insurance claims for the items that were in that truck that did not belong to us, that were family heirlooms, that were not actually ours. And I need a lawyer contact so that we can start the arbitration, because I don't think that any of this is gonna even go anywhere without having a major insurance claim through a couple people's homeowners insurance plus U-Haul. So it's a unique situation, but the accountability of it, like, who is accountable for it? Because the Louisville Metro Police Department has not caught the thieves. U-Haul is not necessarily accountable for it because they were not the ones that stole the truck. We're not accountable for it because we are basically the victims. So there's a lot of sort of moving parts in it, and I think it's going to be a complicated thing. But the thing that I want to prevent for U-Haul, since I've been a loyal U-Haul customer for over 2 decades, what I want to prevent is creating a lot of madness and a class action suit, because I don't want to deal with battling U-Haul for the rest of my life. I don't. I would, but I will do it if I have to, because I will Aaron Brockovich the shit out of it if I have to. But I feel like there's been a lot of people who have been wronged by them, and I think that they need to patch up their reputation by making us whole on it. I don't know exactly what that is yet, but there has to, the situation of this, there is really, who is accountable for it? There really isn't anybody who's accountable for it.
The funniest thing he said in the email, and I thought it was just funny, he was like, we're going to reunite you with your stuff. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah.
You're going to find all of our stuff in the midst of criminal land. I was just like, come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Let's not be stupid, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And
let's be realistic with our expectations here, you fucking guy.
And it was very cringy to hear it. It was like, okay, Superman, if you can go back and find every single thing that's on our list of things that we lost, you truly are either part of it or you are a superhero, right? Like that shit is
it's
gone.
One of the two, and it's it's not not a fucking superhero.
Yeah, so this guy's gonna go back to the mid 1800s and recover my Polish trunks that were fucking immigrated here with my family. They're gonna go and find the Persian rug that we bought at an estate sale. They're gonna go and find all my shoes. They're gonna go find my underwear and my panties that some fucking douchebag is probably wearing on his head.
All right, so stop. We're done with that.
We're done.
Sorry. Yeah, anyway,
we're done with that.
Have you ever tried this? Have you guys tried this yet?
No.
Breckenridge Brewery.
I don't
Summer
drink beer.
Cerveza. Oh, you might like this. I don't know. Anyway,
so we're gonna.
I'm getting a keg. Keg. It's gonna be a kegger.
I support that. 100%.
Shit.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're a little bit in and out, but we can hear you. If you kill your camera, then it gets better audio wise. But you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. Did we lose him? We might have lost him here for a second.
Nope, I'm back. There we go.
You're back. Maybe? Okay. Yeah, you're
all
good.
Right. Fucking internet.
Yeah. So anyway, why don't you talk us through a little bit about your event and just say all the things.
All the things.
Yeah, say all the things.
I just said it. All the things.
All the things.
Tell us dates. Tell us what's going to happen. What to expect.
You get to come and enjoy this beautiful land.
Miller time.
So it's June 20th through the 22nd. It's a camp out / open-minded music festival for truthers / good men and women, good hearts, and want to come hang out and enjoy some land and camp out. Yeah, kick it.
Are there baby goats?
No baby goats.
Damn it.
I have baby children. I have baby
children will do.
cows. I have chickens.
Hold on, you have baby cows?
Yes.
How many baby cows and what are their names?
2, and they are Prime and Rib.
Oh. Stop it!
You don't give cows names. That is the wrong thing to do. You do not give cows names.
Why?
Because you're going to eat them.
No, you give them intentional. You give them intentional names. I give them intentional names. Prime Rib, baby. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like that's cute. Are they brown cows or are they black and white?
No, they're black. They're all black.
That's racist.
I can't even tell them apart. They're black.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Here you go. Look at this. You see the little bitty baby grapes? I got baby grapes.
Baby grapes? Ooh. Baby grapes? Why are they growing in the ground?
Well, this is where the plant is. It's on the ground. Plants grow in the ground generally. I mean, okay. Some people put them in pots, but I have them in the ground.
I thought they grew in vines. I thought grapes
that is
grew
vine. It is a tiny little vine. It's very tiny.
It's going to be a taller vine.
I can't believe it's still alive, to be honest. Here's my strawberries that are just starting to do something.
Oh my god! Yes.
Now, if I remember right, when I was out there with Sarah and Griff one year, there is a place to go tubing. It's only like 40 minutes from your place or something. Do you remember that?
Maybe like an hour. Yeah, you could totally find a place within like an hour or so.
Yeah, so like I totally want to do some tubing. That's why
find some tubing.
That's why we wanted to get there a little bit early, and then we're gonna. I talked to Coriolis today, and we're picking him up from the airport, kind of when we get out there, and then. But I definitely there's no reason if I'm going to the mountain range, I'm going to get in a mountain river. I'm going to tube on a mountain river.
I have a stupid question. Why can't people ride cows?
They do in rodeos.
They do. It's called bull riding.
Yeah, but like.
I mean, they do.
I don't think they technically ride.
They don't ride them for very long. I'm talking like 1 day ride from DC to.
Well, okay,
New York.
So get this. They're not like horses, right?
You can't train them.
Not the same.
I don't think so.
So cows are like the cats. Cows are like cats. You can't train them, but you just feed them.
Well, you can train them. They're just not really riding animals. You don't want to ride a cow.
I want to ride an ostrich. Actually, I've always wanted to ride an.
She wants to ride an ostrich.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Actually.
Okay, so check this out. So we planted these 5 years ago when we got here, right?
Okay, I'm gonna make you big. Hold on.
Do you see it? They're hard to see.
Save a cow.
These are golden currants.
Take us. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, so you are now full screen. Take us on a little tour of kind of what the situation is, and like we're at your garden right now. Just talk us through it and walk us around.
Let's go up to we can go around up to the garage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm in the garden right now. So this is the backyard.
The strawberries are going to be in season and like prime season when we're there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but this is their first year, so we're gonna get like 12.
So we can't make jelly. We can't make preserves. Can
not out of those strawberries, no. So here's the house, right?
Pretty.
And this is the party station right there, right?
That's a lot of wood.
The garage. That's what she said. Are you staring at my wood, Nico? Are you staring at my wood? Really?
I mean, like it's just really hard. I can't. It's hard for me not to stare at it.
Well, it is hard wood.
Is it apple wood?
Do you know what that is?
Hollywood.
Hardwood? Hollywood?
Can you tell what that is?
Applewood? That is that's asparagus.
That is asparagus.
Yeah.
3-4 years in the making now. I've been trying to get asparagus.
Yeah, those things take a long time.
And it's just about there. Freaking awesome.
So anyway, I remember the studio or the place, the patio there in the middle. Cool. Keep going.
Garage, right? We'll hang out here. I usually set up. I've got an awning now that I set up, Lowry. Right here on the patio.
Okay.
Neat.
And then when I go in here, I'm going to start roboting. So I'm going to go quick to the other side. because it's like a freaking Faraday cage.
Is it hot or cold?
I mean, we get the point. You don't have to go through the whole garage. That's basically what the musicians set up.
So we got the pool table to hang out and shoot pool. Back in the back there, the stage basically.
Neat.
Yeah, cool.
You guys still hear me?
Yep, we were getting enough of it.
And then we set up all the food. Set up all the food over here on the counters. You know, coffee maker because you got to have that.
Yeah.
And then we'll open up the front depending on rain and stuff.
That's looking east.
Yeah, this is east.
And there's the camping is sort of just
this way, all
over the property, basically, right?
Well, to a point, but usually it's kind of generally this way, so that people can have it quiet if they want or whatever. Okay. Past the cars. Oh, look at the iris. Check out the iris blooming this year.
You have an iris? Oh my gosh. Yeah, those are stunning.
Just nice.
Those are
and then
so
wild
special.
Roses too that are blooming this year.
What? Oh my goodness!
It's a great year for flowers here on the homestead.
So also,
camping is out over this way, just in this field.
Yep.
You hang out. I'll get a porta potty so everybody has access to whatever they need. If you want to use a shower, you can use the shower. You know, whatever.
And one of the most stunning
laid
things.
Back.
Yeah, and one of the most stunning things that I experienced when I was out there was if you look back west past where his house and where the garage is, it's a full 180-degree view of the Front Range, and it's absolutely stunning.
Pikes Peak's right there. You just can't see it because of the clouds.
Yeah. It's really something. And we were lucky enough to be out there, at least I think it was year 2, where the full moon came up over the eastern horizon, and I've never seen it. It was just like so beautiful and big, and like the stars and everything else. If you like looking up and being in awe of the sky, it's really excellent. You're away from city light. Like, what are you about? You're about 40 minutes out of Colorado Springs, right?
About from the east edge. Well, it depends on what you call Colorado Springs, because technically Falcon is Colorado Springs, so it's really 15 minutes, maybe 20. But from like Powers, the main corridor, it's like 30.
Okay.
So it's really not that bad. If you don't want to camp, like there's some places around that you can get here pretty quick. For sure. It's a camping event. You're supposed to come, stay, drink, have fun, hang out, you know?
Nice.
That's kind of the whole idea of this event. Is what inspired it was not to, you know, have people drinking and driving all the way back into town. Was, you know, just come and hang out, stay, chill. I mean, you know the vibe. It's so cool. Like every day is different.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take the.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say we're doing the last long burn of the summer on the FE summer tour. Nico and I, and we're basically taking the drive up the Big Swoop, up through the plains, up through Missouri, up through Kansas, and then, you know, with new eyes, it makes that whole drive so much more fascinating. And then you get up into. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was gonna say yes. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
With new eyes.
With new eyes, and there's like everything looks different, you know, when you kind of look at the landscape with a new lens, as it were. And there's a lot of stuff to see in that region. I know that the Garden of the Gods is just south of there, so if you guys,
well, that's,
you know,
west in Springs. It's like right in the Springs. We can totally check that out while you guys are here.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that. And it's, you know, if you've been to the mountains, but you haven't been to the mountains since FE, it makes the mountains even more fascinating. And like everything you look at, it's like, wow, okay.
Well,
that's
so
interesting.
From here, from my house, there's a mountain range. The Spanish Peaks is what they're called. They're two twins. People call them the Spanish Tetons. It's different things, right? But it's the Colorado. They're the Spanish Peaks. They're down 113 and a half miles from my house.
Yeah.
And you should not be able to see anything but the tips.
Just the tip.
Period. Just the tip, baby.
But you can see them.
But you can see the whole thing. You can see all the way down
Yeah.
to the saddle. You can see the base, like the whole thing. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
You know, that was always an interesting one for me. Was I didn't realize what I was seeing when I used to, when I lived in Kansas City. You know, we used to go out and go snow skiing for spring break in Colorado, and I always remember seeing Pikes Peak from Lyman, which is
Yeah.
right at the Kansas Colorado border, and I never really thought about it in that aspect until I realized, oh, holy shit, I can see Pikes Peak from here. And I think it's like 200 miles, like from the Kansas border to Pikes Peak.
From the border itself, from Lyman, it's like 140 or something, but it's still farther than you should be able to see.
You shouldn't be able to see any of that stuff, right?
No.
And it's always like just when your eyes actually get to when you actually get to put your eyes on stuff like that and see things at long distances. I mean, it's a game changer, even if you didn't know when you first saw it.
Right.
And then you see it again, you're like, oh, holy shit, I can see that thing. I can see it over there.
Can you see this little bitty thing right here? That is a sugar maple I planted this year.
Oh.
So I've got some maples I've planted this year. But, you know, it's funny about that. So I've got some oss trees that I planted a couple of years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Another sugar maple along this line here. But this one out here, it's not doing anything, but this mullein that I've been watering that's right next to it, look at this thing. It's a friggin' mammoth.
Looks like a storm is brewing on the horizon.
Yeah, you got storm coming in?
May or may not get here, but there's a storm over there. The problem is I watch them all the time, and then they don't do anything here. So I don't hold my breath. But do you see the corpuscular rays?
Oh,
Isn't that beautiful?
That's one of the pictures I took from year one. I was out there with Sarah and Griff, and we got one at sunset that was just like the most spectacular.
Oh, that's if you come out, try to be here for all three sunsets because you're almost guaranteed to catch a nice one in those three.
Yeah,
there's rarely a bad one out here. Yeah. This one won't be as colorful just because of all these clouds, but it still shows off those corpuscular rays that, you know, are definitely possible on a spinning water ball.
There it is. Thank you.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But look at all this mullein. Isn't that crazy? It's fucking mullein is super medicinal. It's supposed to be good for your lung respiratory health. Shit. But anyway, it's crazy. All the shit going on, man. And the little microclimates you find in like a big place like this. This grows there, but that doesn't grow there, and it's fascinating.
What's weird about the Front Range too is like, you know, I lived for a short minute in Liberal, Kansas, and like they consider that region that you're in desert or it's arid. It's high arid desert.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So there's no trees at all. Then you get to the mountain range, you get trees again, which is always fascinating to me because you get up in there, and then the thing with the trees and the mountains, they're all the same. They seem to be the same height, which has also always been curious to me.
Well, and see, the thing is, like, you've got Black Forest just to my north, which isn't necessarily in the mountains, and it's a huge forest.
Yeah.
There are forests about. It's just on the plains here, it's hard for them to go if they're not tended to at first. Like these. See, I put most of these in 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing so well. But even then, like, they're tiny for what they are. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. You gotta check this shit out. I'm so excited. This is our first year of getting, like, a lot of fruit. Like, we've never gotten fruit. You guys see those?
Yeah.
That's apples.
Shut up.
Apples.
Apples?
He's got apples.
Honey crisp apples.
Honey
crisp apples. Look at all those. First time ever having those on like that. We grew one last year, and a deer got to it before we did. Look at this. Look at all these cherries.
Apple is a tree.
Yeah.
See all these?
Oh. I grew up in Michigan. Crazy. I love apples.
Never had anything like this. God is good. It's crazy. It's cool to see after how many years the stuff, stuff coming together.
Yeah, I remember
slowly.
last time I was out there, you were building a greenhouse. How's that coming?
That got okay. So unfortunately, I think the last time you were out here, my dad had just passed, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really put the brakes on things. And then my business partner not having financially available funds put a big brake on things at times, and so it's been a big hold right now, unfortunately.
As it goes.
Yeah,
As it goes. You know.
but I'm hoping to get back to it this summer. Right now, I'm just trying to finish Jack's room. Hung a
Dude,
shitload of drywall today.
that chicken box is legit.
Dude, this is all the new ladies. So check this out. 6 o'clock this morning, my dog, well, maybe a little earlier, she's going off, and I'm like, going back to bed. I just want to sleep. And I finally get up and I'm walking around in just a t-shirt. And then I look out the window and there's a fucking coyote. What the fuck? I grab my Henry, I run out the door, and I start popping rounds off at that motherfucker.
Oh, man, that was 2 socks.
Oh.
So then I missed, unfortunately, because I wasn't quite, with it. I should have grabbed the other rifle.
You've not seen Dancing
But
with Wolves?
so I go out to the chicken coop, and I've discovered now that there are about 20 chickens missing right now.
Oh no.
I found 3 bodies, so I'm still missing. Yeah, fucking coyote, and I'm obviously that coyote's coming back. It looked beautiful. It was a beautiful, healthy fucking dog, and it's gonna die. Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, you got to defend the roost, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Sorry,
is what
but
it
you're
is.
gonna take out half my flock. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. I don't play games. That's how it is out here on the homestead. It's homestead problems.
Yeah.
What do they call it? First world problems, but not
First
quite.
world-
It's like it's a homestead problem.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a
They
reason
don't.
I got that lever action. It's sitting right there for that exact reason. Like, motherfucker, come and fuck with us again. Had my
So what
dog
do you-
been out, been fine. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna say, is there any people you want to shout out, or some musicians that are coming out that
Yeah,
maybe you want to shout out or
absolutely.
talk
Alex
about
Lowry is a freaking Jammin awesome guy, and he is gonna come and play and hang out.
I can't play all the instruments.
No, I know, brother. I know. And don't even think like it's all on you. This year is going to be a weird year. I've got a buddy of mine. You met him the first 2 years, Kyle. He's coming back. Rigger Bear. He plays
Nice.
drums. So he'll be kicking the set around for us. He does an awesome job.
Nice.
And then, I'm not sure beyond that, to be honest. It's
And
kind of a rough
there's
one,
also
'cause my buddy, the one that usually comes with all the instruments and stuff, he backed out a week or 2 ago. So right now, that's the only firm ones I have.
well,
But we're gonna have fun regardless, and we're gonna jam
you don't need
jams.
much.
I've got a PA, so and it's like Bluetooth and stuff. We can hook phones and stuff up and have fun, and it's fun. Just come and hang
Nice.
out and enjoy people. It doesn't have to be like, it's supposed to be jamming the plane, and maybe we'll get back to that. But it's just, it's a big potluck with friends, and
Indeed.
I
And
can't
some good
describe.
people.
I can't describe the freaking atmosphere. It just, you won't want to leave.
Yeah, I had a good
So,
time. I had a good time.
Also
times I was
child
there.
friendly. My children will be there. Sorry, don't mean to walk over you. I just didn't want to get distracted.
Oh, no sweat.
Show off
No
the
sweat.
place that here. But
No sweat.
no, I'm
Well,
excited. I'm can't believe it's like 2 weeks away. It's like already here. I'm freaking out a little bit. I've got so much to do. Oh, there you go, Nico. You see the baby cows? They're
Baby
like
cows,
right
baby cows.
there.
Oh, they're far away.
Well,
Do
yeah,
they have
they're
their
in the
own
back 20.
bells?
Okay. No, I
Hi,
can't even get
7-Eleven.
close
Hi,
to them
Angela.
because they fucking freak out and they run away.
Oh, they're gonna like me.
They don't. Yeah. All right. Just for you, I'm gonna walk down closer. But yeah, come hang out with us. freaking. Oh, that's right. Friday night, Friday afternoon, we're gonna do some shooting. So if you want to, burn some powder and hang out with
Angela.
us, that'll be a
Yeah.
good time. It's always fun. Algorithm will be there putting on a couple classes.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Oh, one other thing I was going to ask you too. Now that you got your internet connection back up to speed, thank God.
Hey.
I'm not mad at you. I like that I'm actually able to talk to you and you don't cut out every like 5 seconds. This has actually worked the whole way through. So I dig
Don't
this.
jinx it. Fuck.
No, you got good. It's just a good signal. And what I'm saying is like, that's fun. You meant algorithm. So he was the guy that introduced me to Indie After Dark, and they do a really great music thing on Friday nights, and they do like 3 hours political talk and 3 hours music. The political talk is like it's whatever you want to do with that, but I join them. I try to join them every Friday, and algorithm introduced me to them. So like that's fun that we can actually get some streams that are going out in the world. We can broadcast from there since we'll have some stuff set up, and then also Saturday, we can do a BST stream at some point.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be great.
If NDB doesn't actually end up being
Sometime
out
in the
there,
afternoon. Well, I'm hoping he's gonna come.
yeah, he's contemplating it. He likes to keep secrets, so it might be a surprise. But then
What's up, Quinn? How you doing, buddy?
and then Sunday we
Quinn.
can do the sombrero from out there too. It looks like your connection's good. Oh, that shot is great. Oh my goodness, that's great.
So here's that greenhouse. Some work has been done since you've seen it last. However, it's just not up and operational yet.
Yeah, that's about where it was the last time I was out there.
Oh, fuck off! The concrete's further along.
You had dug it out.
Takes
You
a
had
while.
dug it out, and you had the framework up, but I can't remember if you had actually plastic over the top or not.
These walls are a bitch, and they're much longer than what you saw. I know that for a fact. But
are you trying to survive the apocalypse?
No, I'm trying to grow food year round.
Good.
In Colorado, in the middle of the fucking plains, dude. This shit ain't easy.
No, it isn't. It is not.
So that's why I'm digging and building such a massive, ridiculous thing. So.
Well, that's super cool, man.
But it'll get there.
Let's talk about let's do the dates one more time. So it's June 20th to the 22nd.
Yes,
and
sir.
It is just south and east of Denver. And there's also you actually have a
Calhan, Colorado.
Callahan,
Calhan, Calhan, Calhan.
There's also you have a Telegram group, right?
Yes.
What would that be?
Fucking Jammin the Plane 5.
Okay.
I don't know what the actual connect. Like you'd have to. I can put it in the chat. You can post it.
That might be smart. I don't do Telegram a lot, but I use it when it's useful to like talk, within groups of a certain event. I think I find it to be kind of awesome, but I also don't use it that often. But there is so if you can you even search Telegram? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't think you can. There's the link.
Yeah, so you guys can check on that group there, and it's going to be rad. It's beautiful. I mean, the scenery is spectacular, and it's super chill. And there'll be some music. There'll be some great food and great people. And
and if you want to come, there's in the Telegram chat. There's a Google Sheet for like RSVP, and you can kind of sign up for what you're bringing. How many people are coming, just so I have an idea. And also, it's like I said, it's a potluck. So just plan to bring enough food to share with like 8 or 10 people.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, I'm just putting you back.
It looks amazing. You should probably get it before it's gone because nothing ever lasts.
Indeed.
So
Well, I'm glad we were able to get you on tonight, man. We're
Agreed.
doing a bit short tonight because we're short on staff, but I thought
Thank you
this would
so
be a
much.
good opportunity to talk about that, and we're really looking forward to seeing you, man. And a big giant road
Oh yeah.
trip
Do you know what
out,
day you think you're gonna be here?
roughly 18th and 19th, something like that. Yeah, we've got a
Okay.
couple more
Okay.
errands. We got to run the East Coast, then we head to you, and then yeah, it's just going to be one of those summers where
Sweet.
we get to see everybody. You maybe some people in their whole life maybe get to do something like that we're doing this summer once, and we've gotten to do it several times. And this is one where I wanted to get out and see people that I talk to all the time online, people that I care about, and people that I think are up to good stuff. And it's a joy of mine to be able to go out there and just hang out with some people that there's a lot of people out there that just don't get to talk about some of the things they want to talk about. And like this event's one of those where it's like, come on in, water's warm, we'll talk until dawn if you want to
Yeah.
about everything.
About
you
any
know
and everything.
yeah, and I think it's a pretty powerful
Well,
thing.
and that's why I try to leave it as a open-minded, not an FE, right? I don't
Yes.
want to keep it just like what you're trying to do with Flatlanta, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean,
A little
I think
more
there's
open, a little more.
I think the universe that surrounds or the universe that is FE holds a lot of really interesting things to talk about. And I kind of, that's why I always look at it. It's like, this is what we're walking around in. This is our reality. This is what we do. And inside of that are a lot of really interesting stories. So like some of my most fun things are just like kind of fringy, different topics that I don't normally even think about. Like I was even thinking about, trying to reach out and getting like Bigfoot people to Flatlanta. I've never witnessed Bigfoot. I have a hunch that there's been enough people talking about Bigfoot that it actually does exist.
I've
But
seen Bigfoot.
I haven't. So I can't endorse it, but I want a Bigfooter at Flatlanta, right? Like that's what I wish these events really were. It was like, okay, you got something that is really you're passionate about. I'd like to hear your story.
Right.
Doesn't guarantee that I'm going to agree with you, but I am certainly want to hear it, and I want to see what it's about. It's like, I feel like so many stories get shut down before they even get a chance to get started. Whether true or not, and
Right.
that's kind of where my head is. It's like, well, what do you got, man? You got some gravy? Bring it. Let's take a look at it.
Right.
And
Oh,
so
at
that
least listen to
anyway,
you.
yeah. At
But
least
but the
you have an
thing
audience for
is
a
like the
second. Yeah.
powers that shouldn't be, they want us to focus on the 5% of shit that we don't agree on, not the 95% of shit we do. And that's
Yeah.
what this is about, is focusing on, look, yeah, okay, yeah, we may not agree on all this other stuff, but look, we all can agree on music and hanging
Yeah.
out, maybe smoking
Yeah.
a little smaw and drinking a little beer and fucking
Yeah.
whatever, right? We can all agree on that, right? So,
Yeah.
okay.
And baby cows.
And baby cows, she says.
And baby cows and
We agree on
Yeah.
wildflowers and beautiful
irises,
trees.
apples.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, no, I'm
Yep.
excited. I can't believe it's 2 weeks away. I'm so excited to see you guys. Let's keep in touch.
Indeed. And yeah, just if you guys are out there in that area, if you're catching this broadcast or share this one, Josh, if you want to share it somewhere else, just make your way out there. It's super cool. Like, we're normal people. It may sound like we're not normal people. We actually are very normal people who happen to
days.
enjoy very interesting subjects. And once you get a bunch of people like that together, it can be quite fascinating. and fun.
Imaginative.
Oh, and there may or may not be somebody there with a DMT cartridge. Excuse me.
Oh well.
Oh my
May
god! The
or may
last time I
not.
did
See what that world
DMT,
is.
And there may or may not be some booms around. And yeah, so it's a fun time. Come hang out.
There you go.
And if
last time
you're
I did
Well put.
last
piece
time
of
I
crap,
did DMT.
don't come hang out.
Well, you can't talk to the tree people if you're just an asshole. Like, I feel like the tree people, when you're on DMT, they only talk to you if you're just like in their tree.
Yeah.
if you're in their tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So
All
you
right.
might go out and see the forest. Josh, thanks for coming on. And we're short tonight,
Absolutely.
guys. We've got a sick person. We've got somebody on leave, and then DJ's
DJing somewhere.
DJing somewhere. But anyway,
What exactly is DJing?
he's just
He's just
yeah,
being DJ.
DJ.
He's just being fabulous.
She calls
He's
him
like,
DJ Courteous.
DJ Courteous.
Kind of works.
We got to get DJ Curious out to Jammin the Plane one of these years. Oh, and that was the other thing I wanted to say. Should you not be able to make it this year, put it on your calendar for next year. Because next June, sometime around the same time, it's going to be happening again. Jammin the Plane number 6. So, just saying.
And it's absolutely spectacularly beautiful out there. It is like something out of a dream when you look back at the mountain ranges. And you get a clear sky. You're looking at you're getting no light pollution. You get kind of everything all at once. So it's a really beautiful thing that way. And Josh, thank you for coming on. We're gonna peel off here a little early tonight, and we'll be back next week same time on 7 p.m. Eastern. Tinfoil Sombrero. Check out Josh's, if you can find him on Telegram for Jammin the Plane 5, that'd be the way to get the best information. And then Flatlanta is just getting started. We've got an Eventbrite link already up in there, and we'll have a website up here shortly. And Josh, love you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. You can also email me, viper_edd@yahoo.com.
Say that one more time.
Viper.
That one more time. Viper_head.
Nice, well played.
Viper_edd@yahoo.com.
Yahoo has Gmail.
At yahoo.com.
Yahoo. At
Yahoo.
Gmail.
All right, brother. We're gonna send it off tonight. It's an early one tonight, and we'll be talking to everyone. Love all you guys. Thanks for coming over.
I don't get to talk anymore.
Oh, you want to talk some more?
No, you don't get to say anything.
All right. Mwah, we'll see you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining Nico's Tinfoil Sombrero.
To quote NDB, shut the fuck up, Nico.
You know what, NDB, you're gonna fuck around and find out, fucker. By the way, I'm gonna make you wear your ref jersey.
He better. Hey, all I have to say is I
Flatlanta.
still have that fucking bottle of tequila in there because of that motherfucker. He better be.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
I could have enjoyed that already.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you guys. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you guys. Bye.
Oh wait.
Oh, anything else?
Oh well, no, Josh, love you.
Love you.
I
Bye.
can't wait to meet your cows.
Sorry, I just actually cut him off. Didn't mean to.
You're gonna cut us off. Just shout out to the chat. Liz, Iron Maiden.
Hold on. Yeah.
You're so sweet.
Got Zach, Tony, Cammy,
we got
Gene, Rethink,
Justin,
Lucas,
7-Eleven Lucas, Rethink.
Carl.
We were totally unprepared.
Yeah. So tonight was just kind of an announcement thing tonight. We will be back next Sunday. And love you guys, and we will see you guys in the future.
Or right now.
And there's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ, and that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanting. This true, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation. I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome. And then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star, Polaris up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a portal, a pineal gland portal to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the Garden of Creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and all the secrets be unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome, just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. The road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. We just have to gaze upon the wonder. And on a closing note, let me get a little jiggle, a little dance in here. Woo! I really think that this is an unbelievably enchanted, magical, beautiful realm that is so beyond words, so beyond language, that I think it's our hubris to think that we can use language to try to articulate and extrapolate the actual beautiful wonder of this great mysterium tremendum that we're afoot in, and that every breath we take and every person we meet, every experience we have is in this Garden of Eden. This is heaven on earth. And there's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ, and that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanted. This true, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation.